So, I'm going to be playing a piece for you that I composed. And I thought that this would be an appropriate thing to play tonight because I know that along with many of the students here and the faculty members, there are many musicians in the room who have classical music backgrounds and through whatever paths or avenues have discovered and branched out other styles of music. And so something that I've really been thinking a lot about the past few years is my development as a musician and the things that I'm interested in doing and whatnot. And so last year I was putting together a recital, a solo recital with a bunch of different music. Mike and Hanukkah were friends who joined me on that concert in Boston. And on this program I was performing a piece for solo violin by Johann Sebastian Bach, the greatest composer of all time. And it's a piece that's very, very well known. Many of you have probably heard it. A bunch of you have probably played it or studied it. And it's the Preludio from the Partita in E major. And I'll play just the opening for you. It sounds like this. And it goes on and goes on. Okay, so I was playing this, and at the same time I was preparing another piece by a violinist whose name is Eugene Isai, and he lived in the early 20th century. And he is very famous for, among other things, writing a bunch of solo violin sonatas that are very similar to those that Bach wrote. And he is probably most well known for this one movement of one of his sonatas that he wrote that's called Obsession. And this is what Eugene Isai's Obsession sounds like. Okay, so it's a little like creepy and weird and very strange and very like cacophonous and dissonant. And so I was preparing these two pieces to play on this recital, and I was thinking a lot about this thing, which is like I'm a classical violinist and I'm also a fiddler, and I identify as both. And that's a really weird space to live in because the worlds are like so different. And I thought, well, maybe I should write a piece that starts with some Bach and then goes elsewhere. So I'm going to play that piece for you. Sorry, this was a very long introduction, but I feel like this piece needs a little introducing. So this is a piece called Crossings, and that word symbolizes two things. The first thing is just crossing back and forth between genres, which I feel like I do a lot. And then the other thing is a really dorky technical thing, which are string crossings, which is when your bow goes from one string to another. Because one of the defining features of someone who is a violinist versus someone who is a fiddler is how they cross strings and how that line is blurred. So there will be lots of string crossings in this piece. This is Crossings. Yeah. What was that?